Hi there, my name is Krista and I'm here for Gemini's Sun, Moon, and Rising weekly reading for April 23rd to April 29th. Welcome to my channel. To learn more about me, how to contact me, my ebook, and the cards I'm using, that's in the description box, as well as a link to a site where you can learn what your moon and rising signs are if you don't already know those. So Gemini, I hope that you appreciate this reading and it resonates with you. If for any reason it doesn't, like I said, try your moon and rising and see if that resonates a little better. Or let me know what was really off the mark, or if it did resonate with you, let me know in the comments below. And if you like the style of reading and so forth, I love hearing from you. So I'll be doing a little bit of a different reading spread this week, rather. I'm doing a 3-card spread with the bottom of the deck for general energy, and then we'll be drawing again from each of these decks for some additional messages. I'm using the Wisdom of the Oracle Tarot deck, the Medicine Card Tarot, and Healing with the Angels Oracle. So, Gemini, I wish for you all success, joy, and wellness. I invoke spirits of love, light, and beauty. I call upon Archangels Michael, Metatron, Gabriel, and Uriel to guide this reading in peace and clarity, protection, and wisdom. I ask Mother Gaia to please bless this reading for Gemini. So we're just looking for one more jumper here, and then we'll look at the bottom of the deck for general energy. I used to do a lot of well, when I first began reading these online, I focused a lot on the numbers and numerology. So, like I say in other videos, if there are concepts in the card, like images, colors, numbers, and so forth, that I'm not drawing attention to, that resonate with you, Gemini, please trust your instinct and go with that. Whatever speaks in the cards that speaks to you in a personal way, even though this is a general reading, please heed those messages for you. And you've got a very busy, lots going on emotionally this week. You might even be revisiting something that has perplexed you before, that you may find this week, if you're willing, if you feel safe, you may find this week that you are willing to begin facing or walking through the fire of whatever it is that you've been avoiding. Something that offers you a lot of options is being focused on this week, but in the sense of you didn't want to contemplate it before, you didn't want to look at it before, but now you are. You're sort of being forced to, or you're allowing yourself rather to look at something in more detail in terms of motivation behind it. So at the bottom of the deck, regarding the general energy for the week, Gemini, is the card Orphaned. There's a young woman as a bird sitting in a bird's nest by herself, and she's practically orphaned. And the symbology around this card is that you're unwilling to or unable to fly. So maybe there's a lot of fear this week about being orphaned if you make a change, or a change means walking away from something that you're used to, or you have been orphaned. Something has changed around you and you feel orphaned, or you simply may feel that you're stuck in the nest, and to stay means you're stuck, and to fly, to take a chance, means that you feel you're doomed. So you may feel a lot of heavy energy around a general matter this week. So Gemini, let's look at your central position where there is legitimate change and opportunity and even second chances. This could be for yourself, I always think that people's readings, when I do their signs, is always about themselves. If you're a Gemini, this is about you, for you, by you. However, it could be something that you are enveloped in or surrounded by, these types of energy. So that's another way to look at it as well. If there's nothing, you know, that you personally don't feel orphaned about, or that you feel you need second chances about, etc., you might find someone around you does, or you're helping someone through this. So the regeneration card is second chances. And with both higher power to one side and the card Y to the other, you're looking at motivations, intentions, even from, and even especially from, a spiritual perspective. So, and when it says orphaned as a general atmosphere here, it might even be that you're unsure or even uncomfortable with having this conversation with yourself, or being forced to have this conversation with yourself, or facing whatever it is you're facing this week. But it is something that's being revisited, because it is somewhere you've been before, and you've already tried something that didn't take root for you, or didn't feel solid for you. And this is very, very solid. This second chance is because you have laid the foundation. Something has had to crack open in order for you to recognize how it's done now. If this is past you, if this is something that passed by you previous to this moment or this week, this is something that you say, oh no, I know what to do with it now. I know how to handle it now. But it's only through having been through it already that you know what to do now. So you might even feel more prepared, or that you have more resources this time, even if it's simply emotional or intellectual resources. But this is a very good grounding card. And it does mean stability, but it does mean that something had to crack open. This is a new tree. This is new life growing out of lava rock. So if you conceptualize what it means for a seed in general to take root and to begin growing, there needs to be a breaking stage of that process to happen. So that second chance could have come through, or could be coming through, a breaking of sorts. Hopefully not a breakdown or a breakup, but that's something you've cracked off a shell, you've been released from something, or you've released something in order for a second chance to occur. So that is your central position. Second chances, which is a really stunning, beautiful card in terms of coming to grips with something this week, Gemini. So to the right of regeneration is higher power. I really feel that you're protected here. Either you've made yourself aware, or you've become aware of a higher power, something bigger than you. Some people call it God, some people call it spirit, some people just call it life force. Cartoons that I like call it life spark, like the Megatron cartoons. Like, there's all sorts of ways to put this, right? Like great spirit, natives used to call, or still call it. So whatever this means to you, this could even be an affiliation or a relationship, or a familial relationship with your deceased family members, or lineage, right? So whatever it is that speaks to you as a higher power, that's all this means right now. And it really does involve protection and wisdom and awareness. You're aware of something you weren't before, but you're not afraid of it this time around. You feel a lot more emboldened this time. And even during this difficult time this week, Gemini, you're going to feel as though you really don't have to worry about it like you did last time. So that's a nice relief. That's a nice way to come into something that you need, that's challenging you. So please feel protected, and that you have what you need, and that you are headed in the right direction. This change for you, or this breakout moment for you, or breakaway, or whatever in a general sense for you, is guided. You know, you're guided in the right direction. You're doing what's best for you. You don't need to apologize to anyone for this. This is what's best for you. And I think it's best for you, Gemini, because you have the Y to the right, to the left rather, of the regeneration, the breakout card, the second chances card. And this is about intentions, right? Again, because I think this is simply about you and your energy and what you're bringing into your world and the world of people that surround you, is what are your intentions and what are their intentions, and what does that mean for either the macro or the micro family? Okay, what do these intentions, habits, behaviors, relationships mean? And why do you have them? And why do you want them? And what's the purpose? So it doesn't have to be problem solving this week. It could just be a matter of asking some questions about your participation in things and why you feel a certain way about things and how you're viewing how you participate in the world. Especially because you're experiencing second chances and second opportunities, you are more than likely saying, well, why am I back here again? Why am I in this position again? What happened the first time around? So that you're taking stock of that so that you don't trip yourself up, or you don't make the same repeated patterns of behavior that get you to the same place you were before, which was stuck or unhappy or unsettled or still going through this, whatever this is. So this is a very definitive second chance for you, where you're in a position this week, Gemini, to say, okay, unless I like all these second chances and feeling like I'm always being left out or on my own, or that I'm washing up on shore whenever I feel like I've been buoyed somewhere, I've been steady. What is it that's getting me here? How many more second chances do I need, or opportunities do I need to keep repeating something that isn't bringing me what I really want or getting me where I want to be, because I know I deserve more and I am protected. So what am I afraid of? Not only why I'm moving this way or what those intentions are, but what are you afraid of? Is it about being orphaned or being left out or taking your chance? That could be all it is some internalized fear of going backwards, or being afraid to make a move because it didn't work out the way you wanted to last time, or there was a sense of failure last time or something. But that doesn't mean it's going to happen this time. If you feel protected and supported, and if you start asking questions about how this all came about again. Okay, so definitely something being revisited this week. So let's look at some additional messages for Gemini from the Medicine Tarot deck. What are additional messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week of April 23rd to the 29th with regard to this current spread for Gemini? Gemini, I don't think you're used to feeling this type of contemplation. I think you're used to moving like Quicksilver through things, over things, around things. And I think this week, Gemini, you're being asked to look directly into something, to face something. And you've got the strength to do it this week. But you might have to slow down a little. I mean, Taurus is still in retrograde in Mercury until I think the first or second week of May. So I mean, it's not unheard of to be revisiting things over the next couple of weeks. But this is something that could make or break a future decision that will never cause you problems again. This could be something that if you really take the next week or two to face, situate, take seriously for yourself, and get to the bottom of it for yourself and recognize it as a second chance, I don't think you're ever going to have to face this again. All right, so Dragonfly, this is beautiful. So we're looking at the card Dragonfly, which I think is illusion. Let me just double check the keyword to this. It is illusion. And it's also a flighted, a winged animal. So this, you could be creating illusions for yourself this week, Gemini. You are an air sign, and it is mercurial, so you could be busy going around and around, or like I said, floating around through over something where something felt like it was illusory to you, but it's really static and it really is in the real world. And without confronting these illusions, you will be met with the same what feels like a problem or an issue or hurdle. You'll meet that over and over again until you say to yourself once and for all, start asking why. Why am I participating in this illusion? Or how is this illusory? How is this not based in the real world? Or in order to get that second chance, do I need to abolish my illusions, or can I use them? Can you use them to your advantage? So really just take stock of what you see as concrete in the world and what is illusory. And if those are belief systems, concepts, and ideas and feelings that don't benefit you in terms of long-term decision making. So just something to think about this week in terms of the world of illusion. And again, we'll be drawing a card from the Healing with the Angels Oracle. Wow. Okay, so beautiful. Again, with intention. So with the the card that was qualifying the central card in your main spread here, which is why, which is about intention. Again, we're looking at intention, and this is the sister card to Justice in the traditional tarot. It's also a card of Libra, so you could have a Libra in your life or be thinking of in terms of Libran values, so like love, peace, healing, fairness, balance, relationships, partnerships. So what is your intention within those? Or even yourself, like who are you to yourself, because Gemini is the twin sign. So who are you? What do you want? What are those intentions? And are you willing to explore them to get to the bottom of something that's been either eluding you, or that, as the illusion card suggests, that you've been purposely skipping over? So it may be time to get a little bit serious this week, Gemini, about some of the questions you have regarding why you're in a position you've been in before. You're scared to get out of one way or the other, but you have a lot of protection. And just by asking some general questions about why you're there and what you're willing to do to get out, I think will solve the problem for you. It's just time to face it instead of skirting around it. So good luck with everything this week, Gemini. Let me know if that resonated with you, or what you thought of the reading in general. And I do hope that it made some sense to you and that it helps. So please take good care of yourself this week, Gemini, and join me next week for the next weekly reading. Bye now.